Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my first ever video and I'm going to show you guys how to crochet with fur yarn. Now this is my most asked question on my Instagram, my TikTok, everything. So I might as well just give you guys a tutorial for my first ever video. So first question I get is, which fur yarn do I use? I use 3 different types. Some are more expensive and some are more affordable, so I'll link them down below so you guys can get them. So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some tips, tricks, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So the first tip I will say, which is actually quite important, is to use a bigger size crochet hook. So I usually use 6mm when I was using chunky yarn, and now I use 6.5mm. When you use a bigger sized hook, you're able to make the holes a bit more loose, and when they're too tight, it can be extra hard to find where you want to put your stitch, because that's the number one thing people say, oh, I can't find my stitches. But when you use a bigger sized hook, it can be so much easier. So that's the first thing that I would say. So my next tip is actually very important. So obviously all crochet patterns, when you're making plushes, you have to make a magic ring. But when I use fur yarn, I make a magic ring a different way. So I'll show you guys how to do that. It's called a fake magic ring. You guys might have seen it before. But what you're going to do is you're going to make a slip knot. And then you insert your hook and you're going to chain 2. And then this hole here is actually going to be your hole for the magic ring. This is going to be the circle which you're going to put all your stitches into. So the pattern I'm using, I need to do 10 single crochet in the magic ring. So I'll just use this hole, this magic ring. And what you want to do is you want to just keep your thumb on this hole here. And since I also have my bigger hook size, I can actually feel the hole, I can put my thumb through the other end. So yeah, that's my second tip, which is really useful. So I've completed all the stitches into my fake magic ring, and obviously you're looking at this and probably thinking I can't see a thing. So the next tip is definitely the most important. This is how you're gonna actually crochet with fur yarn. You will be able to feel each stitch as you go around. So I've got my hook here and I'm just going to poke it in, and then as I do this stitch, I'm feeling for the next one, and the next one, Also, you want to be counting your stitches as you go around and using a stitch marker, because you won't be able to count your stitches after you've done that round by just visually looking at it. So you want to count it as you go. Okay, my next tip is, if you're still struggling to crochet with the fur yarn, you can double strand your yarn with just an acrylic yarn, a chunky yarn, anything you want. So I'm going to take these 2, make my fake magic ring, and this way you're going to be able to see all the stitches. So as you can now see, when you're crocheting around, you'll be able to see all the individual stitches with the orange acrylic yarn that I used. Also, I wouldn't use this bright of a yarn with this light of a yarn. Use one that kind of matches it. Okay, my next tip is tension. So when you're crocheting with fur yarn, you're going to want to use a loose tension while crocheting, not tight, because if you use a tight tension, you're literally going to have to jab the hook in to try and get your stitch. So I'm going to show you guys what it would be like with tight tension. Literally can hardly feel for the stitches, and I can hardly even get my hook through. Literally won't go through. Instead, if you use a loose tension, it's going to be so much easier for you. As you can see, it's literally so much easier. It literally glides in, and I don't have to push through. This also makes it so much faster to crochet with this yarn. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever video. Please comment down below what you want to see from me next, because I want to post a lot on YouTube, but I just don't know what you guys want to see, any tutorials, anything like that.